Whole body cryotherapy is a 3-minute cold therapy where we stand inside of a chamber. Temperatures are going to reach anywhere between negative 166 degrees all the way down to negative 220 degrees. The goal with whole body cryotherapy is to cool our skin surface over our entire body with the intent of eliciting a response that's intended to defend us against that cold. So when our skin surface temperature drops very rapidly over those 3 minutes, the body assumes we're in danger because of that change in skin surface temperature and activates our natural cold defenses. Our cold defenses being activated comes with a number of different physiological changes that are extremely beneficial to us. The main thing that takes place that drives most of the benefits, the main mechanism of action there, is going to be a reduction of inflammation. So we have inflammatory mediators within our body, they're called cytokines, and those cytokines change in production levels during a bout of whole body cryotherapy. So our anti-inflammatory cytokine levels are going to increase significantly, while our pro-inflammatory cytokine levels will decrease. This creates a massive anti-inflammatory event within the body that drives benefits such as reducing inflammation, obviously, in the body, managing pain levels, helping to heal injuries faster. It can also be something that is effective in managing different types of chronic illnesses, from arthritis to other types of autoimmune diseases. And then there's other, really significant benefits that aren't driven by inflammation that take place from that cold exposure. As a result, we can increase the amount of killer T cells in our body, so helping to boost the immune system. We have a calorie burn that takes place. So we have the act of shivering, which is shivering thermogenesis. And that generates heat, and that's a way that our body helps to defend us against that cold. Another thing that we have is something called non-shivering thermogenesis. So within the mitochondria in our cells, we have an electrical gradient. And that electrical gradient is disrupted during extreme cold exposure events. And as our body tries to reestablish that electrical gradient in each of our cells, we have an overall heating effect that takes place. And that has a significant effect on a calorie burn. So when we use cryotherapy consistently over an extended period of time, we start to have an adaptation in the body. Our body is thinking, we're going to be cold all the time now. So we need to do something. We need to find somewhere where we can readily and quickly generate heat. So what happens is the body starts to increase the concentration of mitochondria in our fat cells, otherwise known as adipose tissue. That adipose tissue then becomes brown. So brown fat is more readily burnable because of that extra concentration of the mitochondria in those cells. So the body can then use that fat as a readily available heat source then to generate heat and heat the body. So that adaptation helps to increase our metabolic rate, which obviously is something that could be really desirable. Other benefits can include mood enhancement. So we have a large increase in many endorphins. So norepinephrine can be increased up to 500% in saturation. You can have an increase of 250% in our dopamine levels, as well as 150% in our serotonin levels. So immediately as you get out of the cryotherapy chamber, you're getting hit with those endorphins. So immediately, you're going to get an increase in your energy levels. You're going to have a change in your mood, as well as an overall euphoria. You just feel absolutely wonderful following that session. Pain management is a huge part of it. Anyone that has arthritis, anyone that's dealing with pain in the joints, just general aches and pains just from wear and tear over life. If you were an athlete, back in the day and you dealt with a lot of injuries, cryotherapy can really help to significantly reduce the inflammation in those areas and help you to manage your pain.